Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. If you've ever thought about jumping into the booming green economy, but kind of figured, well, I'd need a hard hat, a van full of tools, and maybe an electrical engineering degree just to get my foot in the door, actually, scratch that. You are in exactly the right place today. We're looking at a completely different, totally accessible blueprint for a career transition. It's the roadmap to becoming a solar and battery surveyor. And I know, it's a role you might not have even considered yet, but as we're going to see, it's literally one of the most vital jobs in the country right now.
15 billion pounds. Just let the sheer scale of that number sink in for a second, right? That's the absolutely massive size of the UK's Warm Homes Plan. And the crazy thing is, this isn't some distant, down-the-road projection or empty promise. This is a real government investment in home energy upgrades that's running right now. It's this massive, macro-level economic shift towards sustainable energy, and it is creating a historic wave of new infrastructure demands.
So what does this all mean for you? Well, here's exactly how that massive £15 billion investment translates into a personal opportunity. To actually make the Warm Homes Plan a reality, the UK desperately needs thousands of surveyors. And the absolute best part, I love this detail, you don't need a single tool to start. No way. You don't need an ounce of installation experience. This whole role is built on sharp observation, being super organized, and just clear, straightforward communication.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our blueprint for today's explainer. First, the Warm Homes Plan, boom. Then we'll go inside the surveyor role, and we'll look at the honest day-to-day reality. After that, we'll figure out if this role is actually for you, see how AI assists surveyors, and finally, look at taking your first step. Let's get right to it. Section 1. The Warm Homes Plan Boom. The massive opportunity in home energy upgrades.
Now, to really grasp this job, we first have to understand the genuine urgency here. We're talking about a completely unprecedented level of government investment aimed squarely at upgrading home energy efficiency. Listen, when £15 billion suddenly floods into a sector, it doesn't just buy solar panels and batteries, right? It creates thousands of new roles virtually overnight. And because of this sudden massive demand, there's an urgent training window open right now. The industry literally cannot wait for people to finish four-year degrees. They need capable, organized folks to step into the retrofit sector immediately to help get this whole transition off the ground.
On to Section 2, Inside the Surveyor Role, a step-by-step home visit. Let's completely demystify exactly what this job is by walking chronologically through a typical day's home visit. So, first up, you arrive and check the roof suitability. And remember, you aren't building the roof, you're just observing its condition. Next, you measure the available space. And this part is absolutely critical. You spot shading issues. Is there a giant oak tree in the way? Or maybe a neighbor's chimney casting a shadow? Catching that stuff now prevents some really expensive mistakes later on. Third, you're going to carefully record potential cable routes. And finally, you sit down and explain the whole process to the customer in clear, plain English. Honestly, your keen eye and your communication skills are basically the bridge between the homeowner's dreams and the installation team's reality. Which brings us to the really crucial part of the visit. It all boils down to translating all those careful observations into highly accurate survey notes for the installation teams. Think about it. If you write down the wrong measurement or, forget to mention that a cable absolutely cannot go through a specific wall, the installation crew is going to have a really, really bad day when they show up with the wrong gear. Your meticulous notes are literally what guarantees a successful, safe, and efficient installation. Okay, Section 3, the honest day-to-day reality, warts and all. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the contrast. We want to build some trust here with a radically honest look at the job. On one hand, you have the deeply rewarding stuff. You are actively helping households access cleaner, cheaper energy. You're riding the wave of a massively growing sector, and you get this fantastic mix of site work, talking to real people, and using your technical brain. But on the flip side, let's look at the repetitive reality. You're going to be doing a lot of driving, you will be exposed to the great British weather, pouring rain or blazing sun, you'll be ticking off repeated checklists, waiting for endless photo uploads on your tablet, and yep, doing post-visit admin after every single house. It's a real job with real repetitive tasks. But for the right person, those massive rewards absolutely outweigh the admin.
Moving on to Section 4. Is this role for you? Who actually thrives here? So, knowing what the actual day-to-day looks like, let's explore the exact professional backgrounds that make the absolute best surveyors. And notice something here, you will not see roofers or electricians as the prerequisite. Instead, you're seeing office professionals, customer service reps, administrators, and finance workers. Why is that? Well, it's because the green economy desperately needs people who are detail-oriented, communicators willing to travel.
If you spent the last few years organizing complex spreadsheets, handling tricky customer service calls, or managing financial compliance, well, guess what? You already have the exact soft skills and administrative discipline needed to completely crush a home energy survey. It turns out one of the biggest myths in the entire industry is busted right here and right now. No tools, no installation experience needed to start. Seriously. The industry will teach you exactly what to look for on a roof, but what they can't easily teach is how to be organized, how to be super reliable, or how to clearly explain complex engineering stuff to a totally confused homeowner. If you bring those professional skills to the table, the green economy absolutely has a place for you. All right, Section 5. How AI assists surveyors, modern tools for modern roles. Now, this role isn't stuck in the past with some muddy clipboard and a broken pencil. Artificial intelligence actually acts as your daily assistant, and this brilliantly illustrates the dividing line here. What AI does is handle all that repetitive admin we talked about. It tidies up your rough survey notes, drafts those follow-up customer emails, creates your daily checklists, and helps translate complex tech jargon into plain language. But what you do? That is totally irreplaceable. You provide the real site judgment, you do the physical roof assessment, and most importantly, you make the critical safety decisions. An AI can't stand in a back garden, look at a shifting roof tile, and make a safety call. The AI handles the paperwork, so you can focus on the critical human judgments. It's a real game changer. Finally, Section 6, taking your first step. Let's explore the LELAIL Taster course. So, if this structured, really deeply important role sounds like it might be a fit for you, how do you actually get started without, risking everything? Well, the LELAIL Taster course offers this incredible, totally frictionless pathway. It gives you 6 solid training modules that maintain that radically honest perspective we've been talking about today. It's got interactive tasks to keep you on your toes, and this is the best part. It includes a unique mini mock survey at the end. This mock survey is just brilliant because it gives you a genuinely useful taste of what the real job actually feels like before you make any big commitments. Oh, and plus, you get a completion certificate to prove your initiative to future employers. And what's truly fascinating here is the underlying technology. The full outline for this comprehensive taster course was built in under 60 seconds by LELAIL's course generator. 60 seconds. That just goes to show how quickly highly structured, relevant learning can be created and put directly into your hands, helping you pivot your career at the exact speed of the modern market. Okay, so here is the practical next step. If you're intrigued, go to LELAI.com and simply give the AI this exact voice prompt. Are you ready? Just say, "Start the Solar and Battery Surveyor Taster course." That's literally it. That one single sentence unlocks the entire training pathway we've just outlined. It's your direct key to exploring this whole new career. I'll leave you with this final, provocative thought. We've seen the massive £15 billion investment. We've seen that your exact organizational skills are precisely what the industry needs right now. We've seen how AI takes the tedious admin right off your plate. So, are you ready to trade your office desk for the front lines of a £15 billion green revolution? The opportunity is sitting right there. The training is waiting for you, and honestly, the Warm Homes Plan needs you. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope to see you thriving in the green economy super soon.